What if I told you that you could make a fire that only you could see? Any passers-by will be totally oblivious to the presence of you and your fire. Well, if you want to get into stealth camping, build a fire during gale force winds, or just want to lay low, then the Dakota fire hole is just what you need. First things first, you'll need to dig a pretty deep hole. About 2 to 3 feet deep is a good standard, but the bigger the fire you're planning to build, the deeper and wider you'll have to dig. So it's ultimately up to your discretion. I'll be making a small personal fire, so I'll go 2 foot deep and 1.5 feet wide. Would suggest using some form of entrenching tool. You can use a stick in your bare hands if you wish, but that will take significantly longer and you'll probably want to kill yourself halfway through out of frustration. Now step 2, you'll need to dig a smaller hole about 1 foot away from the first hole. You don't need to dig as deep for this one, but a depth of 1.5 feet is a best practice. This hole will connect to the primary hole via a tunnel. The purpose of this secondary hole and tunnel is to allow oxygen to flow into the fire, as the heat and flame spewing up out of the bigger hole won't allow any oxygen to enter from above. This secondary hole also allows you to blow oxygen into the fire yourself with your breath, without you running the risk of burning your eyebrows off if you chose to do that over the primary hole. So, go Viet Cong on this bad boy. Keep tunneling your way through until you reach the other side. Keep digging away at the edges until it's big enough for you to fit your whole arm through. The bigger the tunnel, the more oxygen that can enter, meaning a more sustainable fire. Now that's all done, it's time to build the fire. The same practices of traditional fire making still apply. A raised wooden platform to keep your fire off the ground that will burn down into a layer of embers over time. Utilise dead dry materials that have been hanging off the ground as you would make it on the surface. You can fiddle about with the structure of the fire in any way you see fit. Make a teepee, make a perimeter, a log cabin build. It's up to you, man. If you want to cook over this type of fire, then it's just a simple matter of placing thick, living green branches either over the top of the hole or jam them into the side of the walls. Living green materials won't burn over the fire, so your cookware will be safe to rest upon it. As you can see, if you wander off into the distance to perhaps gather some more materials, you may find it difficult to locate your camp again, since there's so little smoke and no visible flame. Good stuff.